transaction volume, or the number of transactions, Visa and MasterCard still have many more transactions, but the value that is ramping through the digital asset ecosystem as decentralized finance takes off, or another way of saying it, the internet financial system takes off.
After U.S. President Donald Trump hinted at the possibility of a new strategic reserve that might include popular digital assets, the value of Bitcoin increased by more than 20% from its recent lows. As a result of the unexpected announcement, the cryptocurrency market experienced a surge of excitement, moving Bitcoin from a low of approximately $78,000 to approximately $91,500. This rally came after a difficult month of February, during which Bitcoin experienced a decline of more than 17%, which was the largest monthly drop it had experienced since June 2022. The confidence of investors was restored as a result of Trump's post on Truth Social, which mentioned a reserve that would include Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. After regulatory uncertainties and previous setbacks, market analysts noted that the president's remark provided the boost that cryptocurrency traders had been waiting for, reviving optimism in the market. As the cryptocurrency community prepares for the upcoming summit on cryptocurrency that will take place at the White House, the focus has shifted to the question of whether or not this momentum will continue and bring Bitcoin closer to its long-term goal of $100,000. Even as the market closely monitors developments, investors continue to maintain their optimism.
And then we'll jog over to another part of the big ideas that I know many people enjoy, and that is about crypto assets or digital assets. And you'll see how we get to our base case for the Bitcoin price and our bull case. Many people know us for our bull case, $1.5 million, and we actually think the odds have gone up that our bull case will be the right number. Because of what is becoming the institutionalization of this new asset class. So many institutional investors are now looking at Bitcoin and thinking that they need to add it to their asset allocation because its return profile looks so much different and its risk profile looks so much different from all of the other assets in their portfolios. And then in another section of big ideas, you'll see stablecoins. And I do think it is quite a surprise to learn that stablecoins in total, the transaction value of all of them is roughly, or was last year, $15 trillion. That was more than either Visa or MasterCard. And by the end of the year, the run rate was nearly double that, $30 trillion. Now, when we say that, I want to make sure you understand that this is transaction value. There are very large transactions taking place with stablecoins. Transaction volume, or the number of transactions, Visa and MasterCard still have many more transactions, but the value that is ramping through the digital asset ecosystem as decentralized finance takes off, or another way of saying it, the internet financial system takes off, that is scaling tremendously in a way that I don't think people really understand. So we wanted to highlight the difference between that and the stable coins in the context of Visa and MasterCard. One other thing I'd like to mention before I wind up here is the amount of time that we have spent on multiomics. So multiomics is the study not just of DNA or genomics, but RNA, proteins, epigenetics. It's complicated. But the reason we're spending so much time on it, and the reason we have been able to withstand the buffeting that the multiomic space has taken in the financial markets, is because of the massive opportunity that we see brewing. We believe not only will research and development evolve much more quickly, but the number of failures in new trials for drugs is going to drop precipitously. And we truly believe that the convergence among sequencing technologies, artificial intelligence, and CRISPR gene editing is going to continue curing diseases. It's already curing sickle cell disease and beta thalassemia. Those revenues have already started, and we can see so many other diseases cured with this convergence of three technologies. In fact, CRISPR Therapeutics is focused on type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes, which would be the category killer for this particular cure. Now, what is a cure worth? It's so interesting that in the traditional financial markets, many analysts think cures are bad business. One and done. They don't get the annuity associated with a chronic disease once it's cured. Well, we would like to tell you that a cure, in our view, and we show it in Big Ideas, should be worth anywhere from 2 to 20 times more than traditional medicine. And we believe for that reason, the returns on R&D to the pharma and biotech sector as they embrace these new technologies is going to move up from the low single digits. It's been in a very bad place for about a decade, to anywhere from 15 to 45%, depending on how much companies embrace these new technologies.
As a result of BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world, making a bold move by depositing Bitcoin worth $190 million into Coinbase Prime, the cryptocurrency markets are buzzing with excitement. Arkham Intelligence, a company that specializes in blockchain analytics, has called attention to this enormous transaction, which indicates a new wave of institutional interest that has the potential to reshape the landscape of digital assets. The innovative spot Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund, ETF, offered by BlackRock is intended to provide investors with exposure to Bitcoin without the difficulties associated with direct ownership. Coinbase Prime is an institutional-grade platform that offers advanced trading, custody, and broking services. BlackRock is reaffirming its commitment to integrating traditional finance with the cryptocurrency world by channeling a significant deposit through Coinbase Prime. Because of its trustworthy infrastructure and safe environment, the platform is an obvious choice for managing a transaction of this magnitude.
AI all the time. AI has been the big story for the past 2 years, and it's still the big story. In fact, it is the biggest catalyst to all of the innovation taking place out there. It is the reason that the world seems to be speeding up. And I'll just give you a few examples of how quickly things are happening. So on the autonomous front, we have autonomous coders in the software development space. And in late 23, this autonomous coder, and you'll see it in Big Ideas, was able to do 3% of a project that a developer gave the AI system. By the end of last year, that was up to roughly 75%. And soon we think it will be very close to 100%. So basically, a developer, an engineer telling a coder, this is what I want to do, and the AI basically writes the code for the engineer, increasing the engineer's productivity manyfold per year. Another example is in the multiomics space, so drug development. In the area of research, researchers often test hypotheses for new drug targets, and we've scored how long it takes them. At the end of 23, or in the year 23, they were able to test 20 hypotheses in 1 year. By the end of 24, 200 hypotheses, 10 times more productive. So that tells us that the cost of research and discovery as we're moving towards curing disease is collapsing. So we're going to get a lot more of that kind of research and development. And then a third really good example of autonomous is full self-driving. Now, 10 years ago, or maybe 11 years ago, when we were writing about autonomous and when we thought it would roll out, there were about 10 companies, mostly auto companies, who said they were going to be there within the next 5 to 6 years. And we thought they were, but the only one who made it, at least from a commercialization point of view, was Waymo in 2018. Well, here we are in 2025, and Waymo is still geofenced by territory. We believe this year Tesla will deliver a fully autonomous service. They're saying in June in Austin we'll see the debut, and we think that it will roll out across the country pretty quickly thereafter. So we're pretty excited about that. Interestingly, of the 10 companies who expected to be a part of this new world, only those 2 have made it, at least in the United States. And of course, in China, we've got Baidu, Apollo. So let's take you to another AI-inspired movement, and that's robotics generally. We believe that humanoid robots will soon be upon us. We will not be surprised to see them walking around our businesses and maybe walking around our homes after that, trying to take all the drudgery out of day-to-day work. We think this is going to be a $26 trillion business, ultimately, half in the home and half in manufacturing. And the developments here are, once again, because of artificial intelligence. In fact, just like autonomous robotaxis, we've got a convergence of 3 technologies that are driving both humanoid robots and robotaxis forward. Robots themselves, energy storage, so battery technology, and artificial intelligence. Those 3 technologies converging are creating all kinds of opportunities. And humanoid robots, I think, I will tell you, while full self-driving took a lot longer than we expected, humanoid robots are developing faster than we expected because of the expertise that has evolved around full self-driving. It's the 3 same technologies converging. So we're pretty excited about that. And, you know, humanoid robots, we have a sense of how much productivity they will introduce. We have a sense because we actually have old-fashioned robots in our homes already. So washing machines. Before washing machines, believe it or not, people spent a lot of time washing clothes. And with the washing machine, the time savings are now something like 85 or 90%. We think the same will be true for many other household chores. Importantly, food preparation and cleanup in the home. So that's going to be pretty exciting. And on the manufacturing front, we've already seen robotics in action. The assembly line 100 years ago saved 85% plus of the time to manufacture one car. So we're familiar. It's just all of this now is speeding up thanks to the convergence of robotics, energy storage, and artificial intelligence. Another part of our big ideas that I really love is about reusable rockets. You know, SpaceX is 10 years ahead of any other robotics company, and they are turning around the use of the robots in just weeks now, as opposed to when they first started a few years ago. It took a year to turn that reusable robot around. Now it takes 2 weeks, and soon we think it will take 2 days. And we'll need that kind of turnaround because of all the satellites that are going up.
This deposit, which according to the current valuations is equivalent to approximately 2,400 bitcoins, serves as a powerful endorsement of the opportunities that Bitcoin has in the long term. Investors from institutions are taking notice, and this move lends credibility to investment vehicles that are regulated in the cryptocurrency space. It is anticipated that market confidence will increase as a result of the entry of traditional financial giants into the arena, which may result in an increase in the value of Bitcoin. In addition, it is anticipated that the expenditure of $190 million will stimulate additional investments, which will in turn encourage a wider shift towards digital assets as a safe haven in times of economic uncertainty. It is clear that the relationship between established financial institutions and the cryptocurrency market is constantly evolving, as demonstrated by BlackRock's decisive action